getting it, fellas. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Joy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, I did that now. I can't remember how the show starts.
Really? We broadcast live.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band. This is the blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine.
Should I do one anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, blood. You want to see some titties?
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. Wait a second, that's not right.
I'm your host, the Wolverine.
No. Listen.
This is a podcast for people who want to give worms to ex-girlfriends.
To give worms to ex-girlfriends. You just don't get it. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my faithful companions, Jar Higo.
Hi.
And C-Lab Forever.
Yo.
Welcome to the podcast, folks. This week we're talking about the 1980-something classic film, Remo Williams, starring Fred Ward.
This week we're talking about our intro.
George Gray as an Asian man.
Weirdest thing
Captain
ever.
Janeway, and of course, our fan favorite, Wilford Brimley.
This intro has been just about as confusing as the existence of this movie.
Yes, great segue. You really are the king of segues. That's why we call you Segway. Hey.
Yep.
I agree. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this movie, which kind of means I like it.
It's going to die.
I don't know. It's the most confusing movie ever, and therefore it's almost entertainingly silly. But the fact that they were actually trying to make something serious is confusing the shit out of me. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. They were trying to make the American James Bond, and they didn't even hit the target with the dart. It just, stuck into the door somewhere.
Bounced back and, went into their foot.
Hit the door. Yeah, there you go.
Quite likely, yeah.
Yeah. It's just there's so many things that they were trying to do, like turning James Bond into a Shaolin monk, but having him trained by a really weird skinny dude who clearly, does more musicals than he does kung fu. It was very confusing. But, you laughed at it, I guess. Man, you wouldn't get away with that shit these days, I tell you what.
No, sir.
The entire cast and crew would be in fucking jail if they made that today.
Oh, my God. Yeah, is that your high-level chat, or do you want
it
to now?
is. I think it is. I have no idea.
No, that's good.
I really do have no idea.
Benny, how about you?
Yeah, I'll stick with they tried to do an American James Bond and totally missed the target. That doesn't mean it's not entertaining to watch.
No.
It is very entertaining to watch. There's randomly exploding satellites and
Oh, my God. Yeah.
hyper-intelligent Doberman pinchers.
Very
Yes.
intelligent.
And, gosh, the list goes on and on.
It really does.
Wilford Brimley on a bleep bloop computer that doesn't, it's like a TV that just tells people stuff instead of it being a real
Now,
computer.
you see here, we plugged this IBM into a giant vat of Quaker oatmeal down in that room there.
And it's become
And
sentient.
it brings up all kinds of information on people.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching the news in here.
Yeah.
Bowl of oatmeal became Rehoboam.
Rohoboam of oatmeal.
Rehoboam.
Rohoboam
of oatmeal.
I'm taking a death for that really bad joke, but I still am sticking with It's
Why?
a reasonable name.
I'm as the official death tally man, I am
Okay.
refusing to give you a death for that because it was so fucking awesome.
Okay. Sentient oatmeal. Yeah, that actually fits really well with the rest of the plot, so I'm down.
Totally. It's like the mud monster from Spider-Man or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is ridiculous on multiple levels. But I don't know, man. I used to I think this is in like heavy cable rotation.
Fuck yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yes.
And I remember seeing it several times. And,
Same.
you know, it was entertaining then. It's entertaining now. It's totally fucked up, but it's still it's still a fun watch.
It's a mess. I really echo what you both said. I know how I feel. I see the conflict within you, Chad. You're like, Anakin Skywalker. That's a death as Darth Vader.
No, I'm Anakin Skywalker just slicing children up in the Padawan spot.
Okay, fair enough. Wow, that was kind of dark.
Go fuck up some younglings.
Dicing up younglings.
That was a very dark Star Wars death.
Worth it.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm going to even write that dark Star Wars death. Yeah, the movie's a mess. I mean, it's super entertaining, even though, like, nothing really happened. Stuff happens. Nothing exciting happens, right? So it's like an adventure movie. It's supposed to be the American James Bond. Like, if we had a nickel for every time there's another supposed to be the American James Bond that just miserably failed, we wouldn't even need to do this show. But this movie is actually based on this Destroyer series of books, which I don't really know anything about until we saw this. Over 150 novels have been published in
Holy
this
shit.
Destroyer series. Yeah.
I actually read all the novels in prep for the show today, and I just wanted to tell you about the books.
Oh my God. I would be not surprised one bit if you actually did that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
You'd be like, well, I was doing like a little light research on the show, so I read all 150 of the Destroyer series.
Turns out they're all exactly the same book over and over again.
And then you'd say to me, I feel like I kind of over-prepared.
Just a little. Every book finishes up with him hugging a giant log in the air. I don't know what the trope's all about, but that's crazy. That's a lot of books, man. That's a lot of pudding.
It is 150 books. So I don't know. I'm really kind of curious to read the Destroyer series now.
No,
because
don't do it.
I think I don't know. The premise
Coming
of
on the next in this episode, Everybody Dies Book Club, the Destroyer series, all 150 books
over the next 4 years.
Dude, I can imagine you like 50 books into this series. Like, this episode, Everybody Dies. Book 50 of the Destroyer series, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. So I think that, based on the Destroyer series, that's kind of intriguing. I get it. They're trying to make an adaptation, but it's not adventurous. Like the Adventures of Remo Williams, but nothing really happened. Wait, no, not the Adventures of Remo Williams. What the fuck is this movie called? The Adventure Begins.
Munchausen?
Right. So nothing really adventurous happens. Like all of the adventure is very adventure light. So it's not terribly exciting. I was kind of like watching it, and at times I was like, well, I see what they could have done here to make this more exciting and adventurous, but they did not do that, and thus it is not exciting and adventurous. But it's like Ben said, still super entertaining. I mean, Joel Grey as an Asian. I mean, God damn it, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
I mean, should we just start there? Like, why not, right?
May as well. Elephant in the room.
My high level just crystallized for me when you were speaking there, where this is a whitewashed kung fu movie that doesn't have a boss fight. That's why it's so confusing to me. Like, the kung fu movies are about like training and training and training and then fighting the bad guy. And in this one, he's fighting and fighting and fighting to assassinate softly the bad guy. Like it's
softly.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, man. Because I mean, I hate to like jump to the end, but like, because I just watched the end right now before we fired up. Like, he just like lamely throws him over the truck, and then he like lights a stick on fire with his fingers, and then he throws it into this exactly, and then he's stroking it, and then he throws it into this convenient trench that is also conveniently filled with accelerant that goes right to, I mean, it's got to be the worst ending ever, man. Like that plus Chun running on the water and there's like gleeful music playing in the background. It was so fucking terrible.
But awesome.
And Fred Ward's like, oh, Chun. Wah, 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 wah. And it's a total grossy moment, like with the coffee and shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's like twiddling the branch between his finger and thumb to light it on fire. It's definitely twiddling.
It's a twiddle. I think, just to be serious for a second about Joel Grey, like he's a celebrated actor, celebrated Broadway actor, excellent, master of his craft, father of the very sexy Jennifer Grey, and
right,
as far like taken in a vacuum, he does a really good job of like being white and playing an Asian. Like it definitely was better than like what?
He does a good job of being white and playing an Asian. Okay, yep.
Well, he does, man. I think he does. Like I think he does a good job of playing an Asian guy. Like in a vacuum, like he's really putting, or maybe the better way to say it is that he's really putting in 120%. You know what I mean? He's really going for it, and that I really appreciate. You know what I mean? Like
the dude got a Golden Globe nomination for it.
Dude,
are you serious?
So bananas.
Yes.
This movie was it was nominated for an Academy Award for makeup,
for Asian fucking faced makeup, like.
Asian faced makeup.
Like, yes. I don't know if there's a Asian face equivalent of blackface, but if not, I'm making it up right now. And the guy got nominated for an Academy Award for making a white dude look like an Asian dude.
For best
like
makeup.
Yeah. Holy fucking no.
Shit. Holy no, yeah. I mean, look, in one sense, I think he did a really good job.
He
was
tried
trying really hard, certainly. But I mean, the whole idea from the get-go is just a bad idea. And Ben said it best the other night when we were doing like that little pre-chat about it, like James Hong,
dude,
or James Wong.
Either one of those two dudes would have killed it.
The guy that played Egg Shen. The list goes on of like amazing, totally capable, already in existence Asian actors. Like, why didn't they just cast somebody like that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, man, especially when you read like these blurbs that say like, oh, well, the whole mentor thing was kind of modeled after the Karate Kid. Well, the Karate Kid had an actual Asian actor, Pat Morita. You know what I mean? It's like, why did they get like this stone cold white guy? I just don't get it, dude.
It was crazy.
It is a bizarre choice. And then apparently there was a TV movie that came out afterwards that was a full recast, but they still cast a white guy to play Chun.
Oh, come on.
So they did it twice.
Really?
Yeah. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. Putting aside the prosthetics and the speech.
Yeah.
Like, Joel Grey, despite the character Chun being kind of saying some like pretty misogynist and racist shit, he's kind of likable.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So there's something there, like there's something there in the performance, but it's just like, oh God, it's just so fucked up.
It's so fucked up. So yeah, this is a good moment to interject that this is the first time I've ever seen this movie, and the fucked upness was fresh on my eyeballs, and I liked it the whole time, and like was so confused by it the whole time. I think that maybe that's the best way to say it, is that like I obviously got the offensiveness of the Asian face makeup bullshit, but it was so silly that as a non-Asian, like obviously I have a limited ability to speak to this, but I personally found it so dumb that it didn't offend me in a way. I was like, well, that was a bad idea, guys. Wow. Okay, this is weird.
Right.
Fucking whatever. And then just like watching the movie, So
I didn't really
that's
get
it
it
for me.
I don't think I got it as a kid, but I definitely get it as an adult.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the time, he was critically acclaimed for the role, and he got
nominated and stuff.
Like I said, he got a Golden Globes nomination for it. So it's just,
Jeez.
Oh, how the times they have changed for the better.
Can you imagine going to Joel Grey's house and he's like, "This is my room where I keep all of my awards for my acting prowess. And back here in this closet is where I keep my Golden Globe for Remo Williams."
So fucked.
Because I do
He's
not
still
want
wearing
anyone to
prosthetic
know
makeup.
that I have it. Yes, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Yeah, what else about this? Can we milk this for anything
Yeah, we
else? or do
totally, dude. Like I like I said, not having seen this before, it was like it was just a total fresh ride for me. I had no idea, like literally zero idea what this movie was about. I didn't look at anything. I just watched it, and fucking as I was watching it, I thought like it's a Benny pick. I was like, this is gonna be Flash Gordon. This is gonna be like some weird fucking alien's gonna come and abduct this dude, and it's gonna they have to save the universe with 80s graphics, So it's like the opening scene, and there's like this fucking cop fight shit, and he's smashing whatever. He's eating his hamburger, he's starting to stink like hamburger already. And then like the fucking weird truck from Twisted Metal 2 like pushes him into the water, and I'm like, is he gonna turn into a fucking cyborg or something? Like, so I was very confused and like thought the aliens were gonna come then, and then it just turned into a fucking like schlubby James Bond, blue collar James Bond movie, and it was I enjoyed how unpredictable it was for me.
You know what? I would much rather talk about Twisted Metal than this movie.
Dude, Twisted Metal was so good.
Right? It was so good.
Well, who did you play in Twisted Metal? I was always the Thumper, the pink convertible.
I don't remember, man, because I feel like I'm getting that game confused with another car combat game, and I don't know if I am or not.
Was that a PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah,
I think so,
man. I feel like there's another one too, but my memory.
Another
is
Twisted
shoddy.
Metal. There were a bunch of them.
No, another like car combat, like apocalyptic. Let's bolt shit onto cars and like
I want to say
blow shit up.
Carmageddon or something, but I don't know.
It might have been, man. I don't know. Either way, like.
But that was definitely the Twisted Metal van, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you just say Carmageddon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't that a
Carmageddon
game or something?
I don't know. It's like, you know what? I'm going to fucking risk an ejection to just look that up. I got it, man, now.
You're risking the ejection?
You might get away with it if you don't tell us. Is that what you're saying? You're risking it?
I think that's what I should have said.
Yeah. So there's some judgment in that. Did you just say Carmageddon? Is that because you're disappointed in me, Benny, or is there something else that Carmageddon references?
No, it's just in a vacuum. That just sounds like the
dumb
most
game.
ridiculous 80s B movie ever,
Oh,
Totally.
yes, definitely.
like a bad Mad Max ripoff or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one of the things I enjoyed about this was that I the whole time thought that the sci-fi was going to start at any moment. So thank you for that.
Why did you think it was a
Well, because it's
sci-fi?
just because it's a Benny pick. Like, all three of us are sci-fi nerds. I just figured it would be like I don't know, space. You said space pirates, ice pirates, space, whatever the fuck, ice pirates. When you're like, yeah, it's kind of like an ice pirates. Or I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Then it was.
I just meant as far as like not in actual content, but in like bizarre, forgotten 80s.
Yeah. But it just stuck with me.
Comedic action film because it is definitely supposed to be somewhat comedic.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I definitely need to give him a little bit of a break.
There. So just to confirm and take my death, that there is a game called Carmageddon.
Yeah, cool. Was that worth it?
Not really.
No.
So did you? Which side of the risk blade did you fall down on there?
I don't know. I don't really know.
I think Kev just got into a fight with some thugs, got pushed into the water, and now has had facial reconstructive surgery.
I'll be honest
But
with
he
you.
kind of looks the same. He kind of just looks like he shaved his mustache.
Yeah, he looked really
and
similar.
he
Actually,
has like a black eye.
I gotta be honest with you. I feel like there's another car combat game that came out right around the time of Twisted Metal.
Still,
I can't believe we're still going on about.
If you just, I think you know me well enough to know if you just let me get this off my chest, we'll be okay and we can move on.
Okay.
All right. we'll just pause the podcast now.
Everyone take a pee break.
I feel like that there was another car combat game that came out. I used to play the shit out of it, and I don't remember what it was called, but it came out in response to Twisted Metal. Okay, that's it.
And are you not like...
And as soon as I spend the next 45 minutes finding it, then I'll be okay. Am I like,
do you want me to look for you?
Yeah, you just
you
can just Google.
Actually, why don't we all just
I
start the
got
podcast?
it. Fucking Vigilante 8. God damn it, that game was so fucking good. Yes.
Holy shit,
Wow, what
man.
was that on like Dreamcast
The
or something?
original PlayStation, bitch.
N64, PlayStation, and Game Boy Color. Nice.
Oh, wait, what? No. PlayStation, Dreamcast, N64. That's what I got.
I'm not going to Wikipedia fight you, bro. I'm glad you got it out of your system. Can we please get back to Remo Williams?
Yeah, totally. Sorry. All right, so the van, just to like, because I didn't even comment on that. I got so hooked on this stupid waste of time about Vigilante 8. The van totally looked like Twisted Metal, dude. I had the same exact thought. I was like, what is going on here?
I'm glad you're able
Like,
to
it had a
confirm that you enjoyed my joke after 15 minutes.
Yes. Like 15 minutes later. But look, look, seriously though, the van was totally Twisted Metal. And when they like rolled down the alley, I was like, why does the beginning of this movie feel like Escape from New York? Like it was totally Escape from New York, right? For like a couple of minutes there.
New York at night.
Yeah. Chowing on a big greasy burger. Dispatch is calling in crimes. And he's like, fuck that.
Pre-Giuliani, New York.
It's like schlubby cop Freddie Mercury kicks the shit out of some like
Totally.
some ne'er-do-wells down on the docks.
Right. And then what's his face? Sweet Tooth comes along with his Twisted Metal van, fucks him up and pushes him into the freaking East River or whatever.
Oh, shit, it does look like that van.
I told you, man.
Now I'm ejecting to look at the Twisted Metal van because I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
I like how you're both looking up whether my joke is valid or not. I love it.
All the deaths are going to be like eject Twisted Metal, eject Vigilante 8, eject stupid video games that nobody cares about.
Carmageddon.
We should just create a new Twisted Metal category of death because hopefully we never say it again as long as the show exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an obscure game.
Not really, though. I remember that being a pretty hot game back in the day. You should have just shut up about it, and then I wouldn't have said anything.
No, man, it was like a classic. You know, it was like kind of a cult hit. You know, like I mean, I played it, you played it. You know, I mean, it's not like nobody played the game. I mean,
that game was big enough, man. What are you talking about? Okay.
I did get a chuckle out of the bedpan naming thing.
What?
That's pretty dumb and funny.
What do you mean, the bedpan naming thing? What do you mean?
On the movie that we're reviewing this week, there was a scene that had a bedpan where they named the character Remo Williams.
yeah.
Is that what that was? It was a bedpan? I thought he was looking at the newspaper article and he saw like an advertisement. Seriously,
yeah,
dude.
one of those futuristic folded up metal newspapers that are in the shape of a toilet seat. Is that what you're referencing?
No way. I could no way.
No.
Is that really what it was?
You have to like. I actually demand that you eject and go and look that up right now just to understand how fucking retarded you sound.
No demand required, dude. I am watching this right now.
Oh my god!
Here's me. This is me ejecting to watch this movie in an on-demand ejection.
Ah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
We need to.
Here we go.
Follow this as closely as possible live.
Oh shit! You're right.
Oh, I know.
I can't believe you thought maybe there was like a possibility that we were like
Incorrect.
smoking crack or something.
Both of you. Oh, the best part is when he says, "Oh, a lot of thought went into that."
Yep. I saw that movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is an unprecedented episode.
There's something kind of funny about J.A. Preston's, choice for the direction of McCleary as a character. He had a little bit of like the slipped my mind, Kevin McDonald from Kids in the Hall.
Totally.
Character kind of a vibe going on. Like,
oh, you mean Mac? Yeah.
Just something about it reminded me of that. And it's just like, yes, Remo Williams put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, definitely. I know what you mean.
You get like a Kingsman vibe from him in that.
Well, he does when they go back and forth, like, how they're all going to do their, like, suicide thing if they get busted or whatever. And, where Brimley's like, I got this little pill here in my pocket and it's concentrated Quaker Oats. You put this in your stomach and it just swells up and your stomach explodes.
Blows your ribs out.
Like, after he says that, McCleary's like, a man blows his head off in a haberdashery.
Yeah, dude, that was weird.
Like, what? Why a haberdashery?
Because, is that where Chad got the idea to say that?
I guess because you're wearing a trench coat and gloves and, like, a Clouseau hat. Like,
right. It was an interesting character choice, no doubt. I want to kind of, like, say that it was him. He just brought the whole thing to the table.
No, I think it was, man. I think he's, it was like a decision on J.A. Preston's part to sort of play it like that.
It kind of makes sense in the, like, post-blaxploitation dressing up kind of
era,
yeah. Somebody from this was in Shaft that I saw.
What?
I think
one of him, dude.
I think the general. I think either the general or the baddie was in Shaft. Random cul-de-sac death.
Hold on, dude.
It was Catherine Janeway.
It was Janeway. You looking this up too?
No, I'm not looking anything up.
Are you fact checking?
No.
Are you fact checking
Definitely
everything that
not.
we say today? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh shit, dude! I knew it. Okay, so George Coe, you're right. He probably was in Shaft, but he also did the voice of Woodhouse, Archer's manservant on Archer.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
And
Nice.
I knew I was almost positive that was the right guy, and then I looked it up and it was.
And you ejected again, and it was.
No, I looked it up another time.
Okay.
I was wondering if it was Marv Albert.
Yeah, it was. Totally.
Holy moly, man! This is like
This is Marv Albert.
This is the Ejection King movie.
No doubt.
We already have like 6 ejection deaths, man, and we're barely started. Well, we certainly haven't talked.
Wait,
about
was that the royal we or you?
They're mostly you.
and so Ken, by we, you really mean you with a Benny in there as a cherry on top. Yep, that's pretty much it. Sorry, folks, it was me. Okay, I admit it.
It's all your fault.
Yep.
So, anyways, Wilford Brimley.
Wait, what? We're already on Brimley?
No, I just this is the Kate Capshaw of this movie.
How is he the Kate Capshaw of this movie?
Well, hold on a minute. Getting back to Janeway there. She's definitely sort of playing this role like Willie Scott.
Yeah, who's played by Kate Capshaw. Yeah, thank you, Benny.
You're right. Yeah. But in that, like, Kate Mulgrew way of being, like, a total, like, indomitable bitch at the same time. Like, and I mean that in the most complimentary way, because she is, like, tough, like, scary tough. Like,
she's a battle axe.
Yeah, but, like, more than that, too. Like, I mean, I loved Voyager, man, and I loved her as Captain Janeway. And, like, she was just intense and, like, a total hard ass. And yet she had, like, all these layers to her character as well. And she was really great at dialing that in. And until Orange is the New Black jumped the shark, she's really
she
good
was
in that,
good
too.
in that, man. I only saw the first season of that, but she was great in that.
And that's the only season worth watching, because once we got to selling used underwear from the prison, I was like, this now has jumped the shark. Where's Fonzie? And I checked out.
Yeah, to be fair, she's definitely tougher than Willie Scott. She's not.
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
She's not complaining about broken nails. She's more complaining about, like, why she can't manage to, like, nail these guys for,
Yeah. It was just
selling shitty fucking weaponry.
It was a shame that they didn't give her character any more love, because it was really a bit part, man. It was a serious
Dude,
bit part.
it was. I remember the part being larger, and I was so bummed out when I saw how not large it was. Like, she had a couple of good scenes, you know, where she was really kind of going toe to toe with some of these, you know, military people and these like political D-bags. But beyond that, it was just like, it was kind of vanilla. I was bummed out. It was.
Yeah.
It was like a bit part.
It was nice to see her. Like,
Yeah,
she's
like
a great actress.
The exclamation point on her character's arc is like Chun doing the wrist thing to her and knocking her out. Like,
Oh,
it's like, oh, really?
giving her some kind of Sinanju super orgasm or whatever.
That's it. And
Apparently.
then you kind of have that
Sinanju.
last scene where she's just like, "Oh, you rascals!" as they speedboat off into the Florida sunset or wherever the fuck they were.
Definitely not Florida, but
No,
Oh my god, dude! It was so funny. It was like that lake was like a puddle, dude.
but I just kind of like got the like. It wasn't a boat; it was one of those like flat boats with the giant fans in the back that you take through the Everglades, you know.
Dude, totally.
But that's not at all what it
Archer
was.
fan boat,
Yes, Archer fan boats, dude.
which is really more of a Burt Reynolds thing.
Go.
Totally.
It's a great uniform.
Nice
Nice
buttons. I like her reaction there, man. Like that's a bit in a bob. But
Yeah.
it's great. Like she's just like
It's a
fucking busts
Bit of
out
a
laughing.
bob.
I love it.
It's a bit of a bob there, yeah, but
No, it's kind of a nuggety bob. Sorry.
Sorry, you clearly have a lot of energy this evening. I like it.
No, I drank coffee because I was thinking about the last couple shows, and I was like,
You at like 11, you're like, I hate this show. Can we stop talking now? Oh, it's like, okay, buddy. Yeah, I heard you.
so speaking of nice buttons, that's where we is that the first meeting of Tiffany Tooth?
Oh my God, Tiffany
Patrick
Tooth.
Kilpatrick.
dude, wait, what's that guy's name?
Beefcake.
The actor's name is Patrick Kilpatrick.
What?
Oh, that's right. That guy's been in so many damn movies, and he is super creepy.
He kind of has
Yeah.
like a little bit of a Ben Stiller vibe, man, like a young Ben Stiller. Like Ben Stiller's older jock brother, varsity Ben Stiller.
Like what era? What Ben Stiller?
There's like his intro scene. If you eject now and watch his intro scene and just his little fucking smug little face, he looks like jock varsity football captain Ben Stiller with a diamond tooth.
Holy shit.
Did Ben Stiller play a varsity football guy in a movie?
No, but this is his varsity older brother.
I love what you've crafted in your head. Okay, so yeah, I could see that. Yeah, he definitely. They've got some similar facialness going on. Yeah, I could see that.
Cool.
Thanks for confirming, Kev.
Every joke today, you're like, is that?
I kind of want to see like a parody of that now. Like I want to see Ben Stiller do a parody of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do it like when he was younger, you know, like
Yeah, he doesn't do that shit anymore.
Ben Stiller show kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just watched that Tom Cruise thing like 5 times. It's so goddamn funny.
Exactly. So, anyways, yeah, Timmy Shiny Tooths was good.
Fucking Tiffany Tooth.
What'd you say his name was? Sirhan?
No, Robert Patrick Kilpatrick.
Patrick Kilpatrick. Thank you.
Patrick Kilpatrick.
Killed Bobby Kennedy.
It's not his real name. His real name is
Sirhan
Robert
Sirhan.
Donald Kilpatrick.com.
.org. .net.
All right, so
Jesus
I love
Christ.
asking this question at this point in the show. All right, so where are we?
Well, we spoke about the opening scene and some buttons.
Yeah, we talked about Joel Grey. So we ready for bits and bobs?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, goodness gracious. How about, Robert Kilpatrick, great actor. He's been in a lot of movies.
Dude, he had like 170 credits or something.
Yeah, he's got a shitload, dude. He was in Minority Report, Eraser, which is good. Last Man Standing. That's a
Your
fucking
luggage.
Dude, Last Man Standing is a Bruno movie we fucking have to do for Christmas this year. I mean, sorry, Bruce Miss. Dude, that's a death.
Bruce Wilson movie?
Yeah, hang on. I gotta go get some more coffee.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. Where shall we fly to? We were talking about Kate Mulgrew.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
Yep. We landed, and then we got on to Kilpatrick. Where do you want to go next? We talked about Woodhouse.
Do we want to review the show of the review? Like, we just recap the show?
And now is the part of the episode where we recap what we did in the first half of the episode. That should take about a half an hour.
I think we should talk about the fact that I think this movie inspired This Is a Death. Some of The Matrix, for sure.
Ugh. What?
Totally. The bullet dodging, man. You don't think the Wachowskis saw this in the 80s and they're like, we're going to make this
all right,
cool?
Yep. You win.
And inspired Tarantino to do the sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie line from Pulp Fiction with Chun talking about rat droppings.
Oh.
And I totally think that these guys cribbed from Remo Williams. So in a way, it's like a proto Pulp Fiction and a proto Matrix.
Okay. I'm with that, dude. I'm feeling you. That's a good one.
You know Tarantino pulls from shitty movies. Like, it's his whole thing.
Yeah, he did, but he also pulled from like a lot of great obscure movies that nobody saw.
Totally. I
Like
bet you Cash Money he loves this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's even got the fucking kung fu training sequence where he has to like Cirque du Soleil around the fucking loft apartment.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But other than that, and the bullet dodging, like the training was just so lame, dude.
The beach run, the Rocky 3 beach run was pretty good.
Where he starts floating in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, and he like dives into the pile of sand. That part.
Yeah, man, that was sweet.
Yeah, totally. I totally wanted Apollo and Rocky to be in that scene with them.
You son of a bitch! I was just about to say that.
I just said it was a Rocky 3 run. Like, what more do you want from me?
Did you?
I did.
Oh, I missed that part.
Participating
Sorry,
in the show.
I love when you hate on me for not participating.
I just loving every joke I've said tonight. You're like, I don't believe it. I'm gonna go look that up. And then the other jokes you don't even listen to, and then you take them as your own joke.
Oh my God.
You gotta get you an espresso more often, dude. This is great.
Jesus Christ.
You stole my joke, man. I was gonna say that.
Fucking dick.
I wish this would be just as funny to everybody else.
Me too.
I swear to God, I just pissed my pants a little bit right
People
there.
say like, "Oh, I love the show. It's so unpretentious." It's like we're in on the conversation. We're there for the conversation. It's like, well, let's see if you feel the same way after this show, folks.
Unsubscribe.
We put that to the test.
You want to be part of the conversation? Now you're part of the conversation.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Holy shit.
Yes. This week's episode will be uncut, handcrafted, steel cut.
Oats.
.com.net.
I do enjoy the subtle oatmeal.
With a chipotle aioli on top.
The subtle oatmeal nod with the steel cut there. That was good.
Yeah, steel cut oats. Because like every time I see that, I'm like, steel cut oats. Well, that must mean that they're fucking magically delicious, dude.
Speaking of, yeah, right? I know.
Hey, you know what? You ought to try. I know you're having a little bit of digestive trouble when you eat oatmeal. You ought to try steel cut oats. See, because when you cut oats with a different cutting material, that makes it different.
Right.
Great selling point. Mm-hmm. Should I keep going or?
Yeah, no, keep going.
No, dude. Seriously, tell the joke a fifth time. Let's see if it gets funnier. All right, come on.
What do you got, Benny?
I was just wondering if anybody else noticed that apparently Wilford Brimley stole the glasses off of Jerry's corpse from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Holy shit. Nice call, dude.
Dude, I want Wilford Brimley to be in a Chainsaw Massacre movie. That'd be so good. Would he be a victim or would he be a member of the family? He'd be like grandpa.
No,
just
he'd be
sitting
like
there.
he'd be the leader, dude. He'd be the guy that comes out at the end and fucking breaks it all down for you and makes you feel bad about whatever you were trying to do.
Comes out at the end and he gives everyone a good stern talking to.
That's it.
Mm.
You know?
Now, I know everybody's been going on about steel cutouts, but really you should try some chainsaw cutouts because that's really where it's at.
There you go, dude. Can either of you tell me what the best line in this movie is?
Oh, as soon as you say it, I'm going to agree with you because I just can't think of it at the moment. There were a couple of doozies in here, though.
Zero question that you will agree with me once I say it, but I wanted to hear if you can get it first.
Nah, I can't remember. It's too fresh.
Best line in the movie.
We have to look it
I
up.
actually wrote this down. I actually wrote this down.
Oh, is it, there's a sign over the urinal that says, "Don't eat the big white men."
That's it.
Is that it?
That is the best line from this movie, yes. No. Best line of the movie is when Wilford Brimley says, "You know, I can tell you what George Grove had for lunch every day this month." And you know why? And that's all I need to say. He had a hot bowl of Quaker oatmeal.
Sticks to your ribs.
Sticks to your yeah. I mean, also, so that was the best line in the movie. When he said that, I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!"
There were
Like, you're
quite
just
a
gonna-
few, yeah.
Like, you're just gonna lob that shit in like that? I was like, "For real, Brimley?"
Yep. He even was talking. He's like, "You must have some really sore ribs there." And I was just like, "Oh my god, dude! There's so much oatmeal in here. I love it."
I know there is, dude. Like, even when he goes in to meet him for the first time.
Yep.
And yeah, that exactly that part, Chad. When he's like, "I know you're feeling kind of bad. Your ribs are kind of banged up here. Why don't you have a seat, Mr. Williams? McCleary here is going to get you a nice hot bowl of Quaker oatmeal."
Warm you right up.
Or-
Talk about geopolitics while you nibble away on some raisins there.
It's not only is it going to stick to your ribs, but it's going to make them feel a whole lot better. What kind of a conversation would it be if Brimley and fucking Wade Garrett were sitting there talking?
Whoa. I think by the end of it, it'd be like the old comedy trope of the kids that get their braces stuck together. I think they get their mustaches stuck together.
Totally. You know what'd be sick is if they replaced what's his name? I can't remember the actor's last name in Roadhouse with Brimley as the guy that owned the freaking auto parts store. That would have been the shit.
I'm down.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I like Red, but, Brimley would have been good.
Even better.
I think the end of the oatmeal conversation would just be, Garrett saying, "No, wait a minute. Can you put beer in the oatmeal?"
When it comes to oatmeal, everything's a condiment, sir.
There you go. Mr. Garrett, I know how much you like oatmeal, and I know how much you like beer, and I know how much you like big white mints. So I'll tell you what we did. We made a special flavor, a Quaker oatmeal. It's got beer mixed in it, and it's got a big white mint.
And some steel cut hops just for you, sir.
Steelcut.com. So,
Mr. Brimley, do you think you could put some scrunchies in there too?
you know, I like to start the day every day with a big hot bowl of Quaker oatmeal with a bunch of scrunchies chopped up in it.
Gives a nice chew.
Gives it a nice chew.
gives it a nice chew, and then my hair starts falling in my face while I'm eating it. I can just pull it out and
Slap it
fix
on
it
there.
right back.
Yep. Oatmeal's good for the hair, too. It's a good conditioner.
Yeah.
Makes it nice and shiny.
Yep. Nice and greasy looking.
Oh, my God. Good stuff.
Really fucking orbiting this thing, hey?
We are. Jesus
So,
Christ. Well, I mean, look, we are talking about Brimley, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Technically. You've got me there on a technicality, sir.
I did get you on a technicality, totally.
this is true.
So, what about the middle 45-minute Statue of Liberty fight?
Holy shit. That is the epitome of why this is like the unadventure adventure movie, you know? Like the henchmen guys were just like, I mean, it was like straight out of a video game. You know what I mean? It's like,
was.
ooh, here comes the evil construction workers, you know, with their tools. They're going to beat you up. It's like, Mario.
Yeah, they're going to bang on pipes and stomp on things.
Right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Were they
And
henchmen?
that one guy, what's that, Chad?
Were they henchmen or were they like actual construction workers that got bribed $1,000 to murder somebody? Like, it's
Yeah, no, the latter.
Is that what it was, Ben?
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I was like, $3
That's what I
grand to
thought, yeah,
fucking
'cause
murder
they were-
someone? I thought it was $3 grand just to let them onto the site so that old
Oh.
fucking Ben Stiller could go and kill the guy. But it was just like, no, you guys are now hired assassins. Okay.
I thought that they were the henchmen dressed up as construction workers, but like they definitely were too dexterous with their high rise construction tool usage to be, guys in disguises, clearly. But I think that, yeah, what you're saying makes total sense. Like they must have been bribed, but if they were bribed to do it, like they very quickly went from like construction guys to like super evil. You know what I mean? Like the Tee guy just kept going
With their hooks.
You know what I mean? Like they were really sadistic. Like that was just fucked up, right? No?
Yeah, it was weird.
Which all plays into how little sense it made. But they definitely were just construction guys that got paid.
$1,000 to kill somebody. And I could do the whatever the prop people in the show.
Sweet, we're gonna go to the titty bar afterwards.
Go to Hooters. The prop guys or whatever being like, well, what are construction guys? What do they use? Like, well, they have hooks on ropes. I mean, we all know that construction guys have rope hooks. It's like they're all just like spinning them around. Like, what the fuck was going on there, man?
Oh, that guy used it like one of those martial arts weapons where it's like a chain or a rope with like a spike on the end.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Go, you.
and he was like super, super dexterous at using it. I was like, wow. Then the one guy had like a wrench. It was like wrench on one end and like spike on the other.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they
a
had all
scaffolding
kinds
wrench.
of interesting.
That's a real thing. Or a steelworker's
That's
wrench.
a real tool.
Yeah, the spike. You use the spike to line up bolt holes when they're dropping steel beams in.
Holy shit! Listen to you.
Nuggets. It's my nugget.
Nuggets.
That was Chuckles with that thing. Chuckles, the human hyena.
Right?
Chuckles, the human hyena, in Remo Williams.
His debut was
The
in Remo
Adventure
Williams, and he
Begins.
went on to The Lion King with Whoopi Goldberg.
There you go. Wait, what?
What?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Who? Wasn't she one of the hyenas?
Oh, God. I have no idea.
We eject for it.
Dude, I am not ejecting for that. I don't give a shit.
Anyways, I like that somehow, Remo and Shun are just like allowed into all these places, like they're at Coney Island and, Remo's just climbing around the outside of the car. Nobody says
No one gives a
anything. There's
shit.
nobody running the ride, and then the whole, like, how the fuck did they just waltz into the Statue of Liberty, construction site?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No, it was totally dumb, dude. Like,
Kind of
just
gripes of Kev kind of thing going
Well,
on there, but
dude, there's a lot of gripes of Kev in this movie, Benny, because it's just so much implausible nonsense and like unexciting unadventure. It's
It's like an anti-Marvel movie where they have artificial crowds, but there's just nobody anywhere ever in the movie.
I know, right? No background people, no nothing.
It was kind of cool to see the Statue of Liberty as a kind of set in a movie, but they stayed there for way too long.
Oh, yeah.
It was
yeah.
It was like a big part. I remember, like, I feel like the trailer for the movie had like a big chunk of that
It did.
whole scene in there.
It was too like I mean it's hard, like even for somebody that's like super agile and dexterous, like it's really hard to like jump around on like a set like that and like make it look good. Like shit, even with harnesses and wires and shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, dude. It was just a bad choice. And then to like make it go on as long as they did. They were like somebody was like, you know what, this is kind of vanilla. And somebody and the director was like, dude, you know what we should do? Make it longer.
Right? This is totally
I don't know, man. I mean, I think at the time it was probably pretty exciting. And then, at some point you have like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then everything that came before it seems like, total milquetoast.
True. But I mean, yeah, go ahead, Chad.
I was just going to say, This is totally like a Jackie Chan movie. Like, if this wasn't it's a schlubby New York cop, like, this is a fucking Jackie Chan movie. There's like a dozen of them. And maybe the reason why I find this movie endearing versus like it just being another Jackie Chan movie is because they tried to shoehorn a fucking schlubby New York cop in with a dude in makeup playing Chun. So, like, I definitely think it means it has something going for it. But there's so many Jackie Chan movies where he's like sliding down the outside of a building or hanging onto a bamboo scaffold pole and like dangling in the middle of nowhere, you know? So it gives me that vibe.
True. Yes, very true.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is an origin story, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Your favorite.
this is the guy like learning how to do what he does and not being very good at it yet. So all of this sort of reflects that, you know. And yes, I know it doesn't make for particularly exciting screen time, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it is an origin story, so I'll give it some love for
It's
that.
also
for
an origin story.
Origin story.
Orange is the new black in story. Yeah.
Origin's the new blackened story. Wow.
It's
Holy
so
shit.
fucked.
Yeah.
Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I mean it's an origin story about Shinanju.
Sinanju.
All other martial arts pale in comparison to Shinanju. Shinanju is a made-up martial art that originated in Korea.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so stupid, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, I will say this. The one cool thing about the movie was the bullet dodging. And, like, I like the way they did it. And you're right. It definitely inspired the Wachowskis, I'm sure. And it was well done. Like, I don't know. Like, the whole movie has that, like, thing, like Ben brought up a while ago about, like, HBO, how they just, they seem to, like, fall flat on their finishes, you know? Like, and this movie is like that in a lot of places. Like, there's a lot of scenes that, like, start off and they're super cool, and then they just kind of go super flat really fast, like the end scene. So he finally dodges, like, 6 bullets, which, you know, flashback to the kitchen. We know that means he's some kind of master or whatever. And then he takes the clip out, takes the 2 bullets out, and then, like, does some, you know, hits the dude, and then he just lamely throws him over the truck. Like, it's such a nothing burger of an ending to, like, what could have been a very cool little scene. You know what I mean?
You could have ripped his fucking throat out. Totally.
Roadhouse style, bitch.
Yeah, but then you're missing the whole point of the Sinanju thing where they, you know, the kills are supposed to be perfectly camouflaged so that you can't tell that there was an assassination that happened.
Oh, that's right.
It's like an accident or natural causes or something.
That is why Sinanju is superior martial art. I am Chun.
I think that's one too many layers, though. Like, I know you're not defending that particular plot point, but I kind of feel like the secret assassin thing is just kind of one too many layers.
Sure.
Because you're kind of like nerfing your ability to have action payoffs. So it's like 150 novels where every time it's like they set it up so that the person looks like they died of natural causes. Like, how is that going to work, you know? But
well, I mean, if you wrote it the right way and did it the right way, it could be very cool. Like, the idea itself is very cool, but the execution was just off. You know, because, like, I mean, you know, was it?
The execution was just off.
The execution is just off.
Wow. Nice one. Nice one, boys. Nice one.
Just figured I'd derail us again.
Yeah, you're going to derail us again there, C-Lab?
Finally got onto a thread. Gonna fuck it up.
We finally got serious for, like, 3 minutes, and then we got derailed again. Hey. Anyway, I think that, like, if you take that idea in a vacuum, like the idea of the assassinations being undetectable, like, there's a very cool premise there. It's then the task is really figuring out how to write it and then shoot it so it looks cool. And it's like, you know, worth watching and worth seeing, and you want to know about it. You know what I mean?
I agree with Chad. It's definitely a nerf. It's something that sounds cool, but in practice, I don't know if there's any great way to sell it.
You could
maybe
do
you're
it,
right.
just
I have
not
no
an
idea.
action movie. It just wouldn't be an action movie.
Right. Yeah. Maybe it's just more exciting to read about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We should go read this Destroyer series. So, folks,
Never.
next in our book club series, 150 novels of the Destroyer series. This should take up the next 2 years.
I don't even know if I can bring myself to read the Wikipedia of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. I think bottom line here, I think we all agree that, like, a lot of these scenes, like, they start off strong and then they fall totally flat. And you know, certainly in some of the cases, it's because of the whole, like, Shinanju, whatever the hell it is.
Sinanju. Even though Joel Grey says Shinanju like 9,000 times in the movie.
I know, right?
Apparently that's an Asian affectation of
Maybe.
some kind.
Is what the sh at the beginning?
I guess. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
But every time I've heard it said or read it, it's S-I-N.
Right.
Sinanju.
Well, I had actually turned on the closed caption because I wanted to see how it was spelled in the closed caption. Anyway.
Anyway,
So you were trying to validate it then too? I like it.
you say tomato, I say tomato.
I say tomato. God, we haven't heard from Chad's dad in a
I
while.
say clamato.
You say tomato, I say clamato. You know what that reminds me of is
Fair for
Phil
Bruno's.
Hartman's excellent Sinatra thing that he used to do on SNL.
Yes.
I got chunks of guys like you in my stool. So good.
Oh, Phil Hartman. Oh, his
Ah,
cockers
Phil.
are so great.
Oh, Rita, those are my cookies.
Put that cookie down.
That's it. I'm your twin brother, Julius.
Don't touch my cookies.
Put that cookie down.
Holy shit. Bits and bobs?
Dude, Late, is there anything else we need to talk about?
I am really.
I mean, the whole lab infiltration thing was like yet another sort of nothing burger.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Goes nowhere.
wait. Which lab thing? When he finds the harp,
The
fucking
dogs.
super.
Yeah,
oh,
with
the dogs.
the fucking
yeah.
Doberman pinchers that are smarter than he is. Like,
Dude, I love that scene where he's like, you know, just finishing up his ninja training, and he goes and he touches the electric fence. He's like, "Did Chun teach you this?" He's like, "Nah, personnel mine in Korea." It's like,
Yeah.
okay, bro.
Okay.
Oh, those dogs too. Fuck, that was good.
Yeah, the dogs were great.
I enjoyed the
dogs were
dog thing.
hilarious.
Dog thing was so dumb, but I loved it.
but he's like, you know, like lurking around, like trying to get away from the dogs, and he happens upon the HARP satellite,
Oh yeah,
and then
buried
it just
underground.
like blows itself up with a laser or whatever. But did
That
anybody
was so
else? Was
dumb.
anybody else waiting for Darth Vader to come out of the dark?
Right?
Oh,
in that
totally,
room?
dude. Totally.
For some
so
reason,
ridiculous.
that room totally looked like a Star Wars lightsaber battle set.
Totally did, man.
So yeah, he gets nothing, and then McClary gets the tape, and then he gets iced.
And then they get chased. They're like, quick, run. Jump in that really slow orange tractor for a second.
Yeah,
Fucking-
bulldozer, get in the bulldozer.
Okay.
What?
No, dude, that was clearly where Mike Myers got the inspiration for the whole like steamroller scene in Austin Powers.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yep. There was that entire segment that we forgot about.
Yeah. What else did we forget about? Cooking with Chun. This should be a show.
That
dude.
should be a show.
Cooking with Chun. You forgot the rice. Oh, it would be safer to eat this can than what is inside.
So fucked.
Ugh, my God.
Cooking with Chun, where you cook rice and he watches soap operas and
Yep.
tells you when the rice has 2 more minutes left.
I liked the soap opera thing. That was funny.
I thought that was funny too. I was like, that's kind of cool. I love it. Well, whatever. There's a lot of like such like quippy cliche lines. Like at the end, he's like, you know, Chun, you're a real pain in the ass. I was like, oh my God, really, dude? And he's like, of course, I am Chun.
Doesn't he say something like, of course, that's because it's the closest spot to your brain or something?
Yes, the shortest route from your brain to your asshole or something like that. Or wait, no, that's not right.
I like the gusto with which you attempted.
He says, Chun, you're a pain in the ass. And Chun says, of course, because that's, you know, the quickest way to your brain or whatever.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's got to be your bowl.
Okay, what?
No, I was screwing that up. It was like Tommy Boy, and he's like, I know you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a butcher's ass.
I think one of my favorite things about our entire show is that anytime you try and bring Tommy Boy into it, we're both just like, huh? There actually is a thread that goes back like multiple episodes.
You're right. You're
it.
right. Okay, so is there anything else to talk about here? Do you want to keep talking about this or not?
I enjoyed this movie a lot more than it sounds like I did, but it's a difficult one to talk about without cul-de-sacking out, evidently.
This is going to be those ones where there's going to be somebody out there that fucking loves this movie and they're going to hate us because we barely talked about it.
They are. That's happened before. Well, apologies in advance, listener, valued listener.
Valued customer.
Valued customer, we're sorry.
The War Games bullshit at the end was kind of silly and funny and weird.
Wait, what? War Games? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just like, it's like the fucking weapons testing ground. Tons of soldiers that all have their fucking heads up their asses with like radar installations and radio communications towers. And
talk about like coming up with woods. Yes. And coming up with like stupid terms and words for shit. It was so dumb, man.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're moving to sit U1. Mistletoe, do you copy? Cedar, are you out there? Hey, you clowns, get your heads out of your butts or whatever. I was like, this is just ridiculous. Like every military scene in this movie was so stupid. Like, all right, here's a whole bit we missed. Like, wait, hold on. We missed the entire movie.
Dial the gripe engine up, bro. I just love the simmer that's happening right now. Keep going.
Yeah, let's do it. So the section where they show the recruits training with the harp gun or whatever the fuck it is, the Grove gun or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the AR-60.
Right, the AR-60. There you go. So that whole section is like, I feel like it was just shot from for some other project and inserted into this. It's so completely out of place and it's so crappy and the dialogue was so terrible. And when the gun jammed, the barrel jammed or whatever, and the dude just like exploded and flew backward, like it was just terrible. Like terrible effects. It was super cheesy.
The guy that picked him up was great though. He's like, oh no, Johnson blew his face off. I'm sorry to say this, sir, but this gun is bullshit. Everybody's dying. An exposition about how this gun is a totally inappropriate weapon for the military to be purchasing from this vendor, sir.
Totally.
It's just like, what?
Yeah, totally. And then Kate Mulgrew's like, I'm going to fill out a 1028 and a 593 and a 643.
So good.
And I was like, okay. That should stop him. And then like Grove comes along and he's like, I want that bitch on a short leash. And that was the end of it.
And then ends up we're jumping around like crazy here, but
really?
In the back of the Jeep where he like fucking cold cocks the dude with the M16 and starts shooting at old mate on the log.
Oh my God, that was so great, dude. He didn't just launched him out of the vehicle.
And then jumped on the 50
Give me that
cal.
goddamn thing. Why isn't this an AR-60?
Oh, fuck, that's great.
And then, like, the way they all die, again, giant nothing burger. Because, like, the whole, like, firstly, I did not get the whole
movie.
This is gonna sound like yeah, the whole movie, exactly. No, this is gonna sound like a super gripe of Kim, partly because it is. But, like, I didn't understand what the situation with the forest industry was. Okay, all the
there's a logging company right next door to the military base.
Come on,
what's so hard to figure out there?
Yeah, there you go, Ben. Exactly. There's a logging company next to the military,
just so happens to be
right next door,
and they've set up like a massive, super long, super high cable system to send the logs like from point A to point B, and then there's like piles of logs stacked up. And when I say logs, I mean like full like tree chunks. I'm never going to get through
tree
this,
chunks.
Right?
Is that an industry term?
believe trunk is the term you're looking for there.
Tree trunks, tree chunks, tree logs. Like these tree logs, like I just like they were just. Why would they just randomly be placing piles of logs or trunks or cut trees or whatever the hell you want to call them, chunks, hunks? You know, like it was so. I didn't get that. It made no sense. It was just dumb. And then like
so it's pretty much how the logging industry works, I think.
Yeah, right. And then it's just like Remo Williams hanging onto a tree, dude.
Fairly accurate portrayal. As
we go down like the biggest zip line on the face of the planet. Like I don't know. It was just it was like the dust everywhere in Big Trouble in Little China. It was so stupid, man. I don't know.
I don't know if they actually use zip lines to move logs on, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, they used to make like, flumes basically. They used to make like water fucking sled things to fucking transport the logs down to the river.
Oh shit, you're right.
So
this is totally destroying my entire gripe, but yeah. I guess you're right.
I gave me flashbacks of Axemen, the History Channel show. You remember that bullshit?
Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
You thought you liked the Crabbin' Show. Well, this one's about trees.
Right, or like that ESPN 8 the Ocho fucking like axe chopping competition shit that you see on the Ocho.
Dude, I got to go to a live axe chopping competition a couple years ago here in Australia. It was pretty cool.
They do that shit there too?
Yeah, man.
Climbing and the log rolling and the all that shit.
It was cool for about 4 minutes. Then I was like, all right, this is just doing the same thing over and over again. See ya. I'm going to go get some cotton candy.
Going to get 10 beer. Hang on, I'm going to go get 10 beers.
Do get shit-faced. 6 Schlitzes.
6
Gonna go grab some french fries and gravy, sir.
That's it, exactly. The logging gondola scene, like, is straight up blue-collar James Bond, dude. You know, like, I guess the director of this did, like, 4 James Bond movies. And the amount of gondolas and shit that were in James Bond movies, and they're like, well, you just get a fucking log and strap it up to a thing. Like, it totally fits.
Well, hold on, Chad, because I want to expound on that. That's a great nugget. So this guy did 3 or 4 or possibly 5 James Bond movies in the 70s and the 80s. The guy that wrote it did like 2 or 3. So between the two of them, there's so much Bond DNA in this.
Dude, the guy directed Goldfinger, for fuck's sake.
I know. And The Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker. And it's how did this movie turn out so terrible?
I don't know, but I don't think he was given another movie after this one.
Done.
He
died.
Toast. They killed him.
He died the true. Yeah, but he died the true death. Huh? Anybody? By Cura? Huh? The Cleft? Huh? Pinion Plateau? Huh? Flame Forest? Huh? Anyway.
I like how we're throwing back to our Hyperion series.
Books series that we're never going to read again? Huh?
Yeah, I'm still trying to forget it, dude.
Anyway, bottom line, I just thought the whole log thing was like, I don't know. It was like, it's again, like so many things in this movie, like it starts off really good and then it's just like a big nothing burger ending because like he drops the log and then he's hanging on to the cable still, perfectly timed, which is believable because he's now a Shinanju master. You know, breaks the other log pile. That log pile goes rolling down the road and then like just everybody in the Jeep just dies. They just fly off the road and die. And I was just like, wow, that was pretty much of a nothing burger. But everybody died. Well, everybody dies but Grove. He's completely fine.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow. But everybody else is everybody else was dead.
I was just gonna say, what about the the logging truck with the brakes that were out? And like,
oh my god.
Dude, shouldn't ate shit.
Chun getting stuck in the truck and the thing like, fucking flips over like 12 times. Doesn't explode, and somehow he's like,
I am Chun.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, he was. Like he looked cozy inside the truck when he pulled like the top off. Right?
I am just
He looked very relaxed, like very cozy.
Just having a nap.
Yeah. No grapes there.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's just like, really? I mean, look. The truck going down the hill and like rolling, like that was actually pretty dope.
That was pretty cool.
I loved it.
Practical
like it was
effects.
totally like straight out of Chips, dude. You know, it was just like barrels flying and a freaking truck comes apart, but not enough to make it look like it was like staged, you know, like it was pretty awesome, man, you know, and then he pulls away the thing. He's not Shun! You're alive, you son of a bitch. I was like, okay.
And Kate Mulgrew throughout that, like, she's such a hard ass, by the book, straight laced, form filling character, and then like they keep doing these weird little fucking
form filling gal
magic tricks and shit, and she's just like, nah, you guys, like,
yeah, totally.
it's just so fucking silly.
Yeah, and then there's some like quippy banter there, like Fred Ward's like, he always does this, or whatever. And
I
then
like
Chun
that he doesn't end up making out with her at the end. Like, he's like, we're the good guys.
Thank
And
God.
then just speedboats off.
Now we're the good guys. We got to make out. Let's go have sex in the boat in this teeny pond.
Right.
Right?
Right?
What was great was how like offensive Chun was to women, like in that one bit.
Yeah, right.
Like when he comes out from behind the train, he's like, I've been stomping around here like a rhino for 10 minutes.
You should be making babies.
Preferably man-child. I was like, God damn, dude.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, she's like, I see you guys both went to the same charm school.
That was the best comeback, dude.
Yeah, I like that she takes it in stride. Like,
I mean, she is in the military. She probably hears that shit all the time.
What about a super awkward scene with the general? Speaking of like gender shit, like he's like, Major, I just want you to know that I'm telling you this, but it's not because you're a woman, or I don't mind that you're a woman, or something weird like that. And then she's like, General, I want you to know that I don't mind that you're a man. I was like, why was this written and put in here, man? This is so fucking weird.
General,
she tells him that she's going to fill out a form of some kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
going to fill out a 1068 on you, General.
Come to my ready room, General, and we'll fill out forms together.
I'll need that stamped in triplicate.
Captain Janeway, to my ready room. I wish the General was Patrick Stewart.
I wish everybody was Patrick Stewart.
I know, right?
Wish you were Patrick Stewart.
Catherine, to my ready room.
Exactly, to my ready room. Did you see that episode of Extras, that show with Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, it was a good show.
The Patrick Stewart episode is so goddamn funny, dude.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Right? Every 5 seconds, he's like, okay, and she's walking down the street, and then her shirt falls off, and I see everything.
She's completely nude.
And that's what he keeps saying. He keeps saying, I see everything. Like, he doesn't say, like, oh, you can see your boobs, like, or anything like that. He's like, I see everything. like a freaking 8-year-old kid. It was so funny. Anyway, digression 38,000 over.
A Nuggets test ratings, bits and bobs. I don't think there are any bits and bobs here. Are there any bits and bobs?
You know what I'd be stoked about is a nuggety bob. We got any of those?
I think my earlier steelworker spike wrench thing was a pretty good nuggety bob.
That was a nuggety bob, dude.
That was
Nice
a
one.
good nuggety bob.
All right, so
Got a little Kev bob here. Did you notice? Remo's proclivity for wearing Pumas, Kev?
Ooh.
Oh yes, I did, dude. Yes, thank you. That's a Kev nuggety bob right there.
The preferred footwear of a Sinanju assassin is the all black Puma
Fair enough.
and sweatpants.
Well, Benny, I actually thought of you, man, because at one point he's wearing a pair of fucking Romas, dude, and those are like your fucking power band, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, dog.
I'll tell you what.
I tell you, hoot. The two hoots. They definitely went with a Steve McQueen-y thing here. He definitely had a bit of a Steve McQueen fucking turtleneck bomber jacket kind of outfit.
Oh, like commando sweater, whatever.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I was going to say, what about his commando sweater with the giant shoulders?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
Nuggets test ratings, ladies.
Sure. Yeah. Nuggets, go.
Bruno was considered for this. I normally don't give a shit about people who are considered for it, but the idea of Bruno as it's pretty funny.
I had read that apparently Ed Harris almost was this.
That would have been sick. I love
Wow.
Ed Harris.
Yeah, that would have been a career-ruining move.
It's true, but it would have still been pretty good.
Okay, here this is a great one. Did you guys notice who the ambulance driver was?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, was it his debut?
Speaking of Bruce Willis, I think it might have been, yeah.
Reginald VelJohnson.
That's right.
Yeah,
dude.
I was pretty stoked about
Reginald VelJohnson as the ambulance driver. Hey, get back here. That's my ambulance. Boom. SAG card. Boom. You're in.
It's like all my Twinkies are in there.
that.
Exactly, right? I don't care what you do. Just leave my Twinkies alone.
Yeah, good call. Good call. I'm glad we brought that up.
Yeah, that's probably my best nugget. I think I read
A few years before Die Hard, so
What was this? 81?
85, 83, and Die Hard was 88.
I'm gonna have to do like a retro bob here because I did remember one. I just wanted to make a quick comment about the music.
It's so loud and obnoxious.
The music was so loud, and it was just the weirdest mishmash of like score music, and that was really just like that theme that we kept hearing, and then it would switch to like super cool kind of like synth music, you know what I mean, which was actually pretty dope in a couple parts. I was like, ooh, this is really good. And then there was like other, I don't know, I feel like sort of quasi Asian music somewhere, but it was the music, the sound situation was just a mess. That's it.
Yeah, it was a shit show. To flesh out your Academy Award comment from earlier, Benny, I saw that this was up for Best Makeup and it got beaten by Mask with Cher. So,
And Sam Elliott.
that's kind of a random one. And Sam Elliott. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. The only other nugget I have is this this is pretty funny. Like a bunch of like the people or actors that came to audition for like the part in the movie claimed that they were proficient in Sinanju, which is total made up bullshit.
That's pretty dumb.
I just love that. I love that.
You're disqualified, sir.
Thank you, IMDb.
Thank you, IMDb. Anyway, deaths.
Well, 43 ejection deaths.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Chad had the all new dark Star Wars death
Mm-hmm.
because he was talking about lightsabering children. It's so bad.
Just the mood I'm in.
I ejected on Carmageddon. Then Ben ejected on Twisted Metal. Then I ejected on Vigilante 8. Then I ejected on Vigilante 8 again. Then I took a forced ejection to look up the bedpan scene.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ejected again on George Coe. Then I mixed up Bruce Missing Christmas. That was pretty damn egregious. Then Chad had a Matrix death. And then Ben had a Star Wars lightsaber training room death. Which I like. And then I'm going to make possible new show segment. Did this movie die? Like every week we die and we rate the movie for sure, but did this movie die or did this movie live?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just like it's that simple. Did it die or did it live? Was it good enough to die? Good enough to live,
I
rather?
think it killed a few careers.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got the Reginald VelJohnson stuff. You got the Kate Mulgrew stuff. Like, the Brimster was in it. I think the movie is alive and well, my friend.
It lives. It lives. You're right.
Only the strongest survived. Only the strongest people's careers survived this, and the good uns did.
Agreed.
To my ready room.
Wilfred Brimley to my ready room. Bring some oatmeal.
What was the Ingrid? Is that what you said a second ago, Benny? Were you saying agreed and then tried to shift it into the Excalibur girl, Ingrid or Inbred or whatever her name was? The fucking frolicking. Igrayne. Thank you.
I didn't.
That was a flailing death by me.
It could have.
I love a late show death.
Igrayne to my ready room.
Igrayne to my ready room.
She's so hot, I'm going to kill all of you.
Captain Jean-Luc Leon de Grant. The Boy King to my ready room.
There was some funny to my ready rooms in that episode.
There's at least one or two ready rooms.
There we go. Igrayne to my ready room, now immortalized in a death.
Ratings?
Yes.
I haven't rated it yet, so you go first.
Well, wait, this is a Benny pick. Benny goes first.
Sure. Okay. Really just for nostalgia. And I don't know. I actually had fun watching it this last time. Despite the fact that we griped about it a whole bunch, I did enjoy it. I think it's like an 8.
Nice.
I like it. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna give it like a. It is
6.
still it's still entertaining. No, I'm gonna go with a 7.
7.
It's it's like the unadventure adventure movie. There's just so many things turn out to be a nothing burger, but it's still entertaining, and it's got freaking Brimster, bro. And Reginald VelJohnson in a sexy cameo. That's it. 7. Next.
Well, it's definitely better than Double Impact and Zardoz.
Holy shit, yes.
I think it's better than Police Academy, which is a bit shocking considering how unexpectedly bad that was when we watched it recently.
It was, and I agree. It's definitely worse than that. I mean, better than that.
And I know this is probably my hang up, but I think Ice Pirates is better. I think Ice Pirates was more fun.
Definitely.
Yeah,
more fun for sure.
I don't know. I think it was more
I
fun.
definitely like Ice Pirates more.
Yeah. So that puts it in the it actually like puts it if I add that it's better than Thor the Dark World, it can only be one rating, which is a 3.6 cuz Ice Pirates, The Void, Bloodshot and Thor the Dark World all share a 3.6. So I think I'm going to put it just under Ice Pirates at 3.6.
Wow, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
Well, that's like totally an okay movie, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
it's good. It's meh. 3 is meh, but I enjoyed it. It's a high meh. Once again, Benny, you have made a good decision when it comes to picking a movie. It was definitely worth watching.
I wish it yielded a better conversation, but hey.
Alas.
Well, look, there you have it, folks. Remo Williams. Go check it out. And then go read the entire Destroyer series and then watch the crappy made-for-TV sequel and then report back to us. We'll see you in a couple of years.
Hey, maybe I heard Shane Black is making
There you go.
a new version of this. And maybe they'll actually cast a Korean person to play Chuck.
Yeah.
Is that true? Are
There you
they
go.
actually making one?
Oh, my
They're
God.
I've read about it, but I haven't read anything newer than 2014. But yet I also have not found anything saying that it's dead in the water. So.
Okay. Have you seen the TV or the movie or whatever? The second one?
Nay.
It's probably terrible. We should double feature that in Roadhouse 2.
Oh,
Dude.
If we can survive that.
sounds like a lot of pain.
yeah. That sounds like no. Let's not.
No.
Let's get some interns and make them watch the movies.
There you go.
The EPTB
Force
show.
them to watch it. You wanted to be in show business. Here you go. Watch shitty movies for us.
That'd be funny.
Anyway, it's like I've started this 5 times. Folks, thanks for joining us for Remo Williams. And next week, stay tuned for something super exciting. What's that, Chad?
T2.
Whoa. The sci-fi classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, there you have it, folks. T2 Judgment Day next week.
Requested by Dale.
In which I'm going to try to not think about Terminator Dark Fate, which was so terrible.
Whatever, dude. The Blinds
Have we
joke was
learned
fun.
nothing? We're doing another second movie first.
Yeah. It's in keeping.
Well, yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you, but
I don't know either.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway, well, there you have it, folks. T2. We're psyched. Ben's already upset. It's the second movie in the series. We did this with Back to the Future.
And every other show.
Shooting ourselves in the foot weekly, right here on In This Episode, everybodydies.com.net.org. So long for now, folks.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. You can support us in a numerosity of great ways. You can pay us money on Instagram. No, wait. You can support us on Patreon. That's right, folks. Patreon.com/EBD podcast. Throw us a buck or two if you want. If you like the show, we would appreciate it. Helps us, do all the administrative fees and doc fees and so forth. You can also rate us and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also tell somebody to check out the show. Word of mouth is incredibly powerful and incredibly important. I've said it many times. I'm saying it again. So get out there and start talking about the show. You can find the show notes for this episode in your podcast app of choice. Or our website, ebd.fm/episodes/119. Baby Ruth. Don't forget to follow us on social media, folks. We use the handle at EBD Podcast everywhere. We spend a lot of time on Instagram, so join us there. Thanks, as always, for joining us for this Remo Williams adventure. And join us next week as we talk about the science fiction classic Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Sorry, T2 Judgment Day. And that's it. So long.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy, three for Wolverine to round out the trio in this episode. Everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady. Stop into it.
Dude, who's freaking out, man?